Welcome to Roguecast, the official podcast of Rogues Gallery. We'll talk comics for the week, as well as whatever news is on our pop cultural radar. I'm Randy.
I'm Nick. This is Dave.
And now, on with the show. Hello and welcome to the Roguecast. We have some big releases this week.
Yes.
We'll get to that when we get to it. The big one is Godzilla in Texas.
Yeah. He's literally the biggest thing you can get.
He
basically.
is. And he is. Godzilla is here. He's actually he's going to be here later on the show to give his commentary on the book.
Is that when he just smushes us? Because
we're not going to I don't want to reveal too much, but I'm going to play a quick excerpt.
That's a good point, Godzilla. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
And people don't think about that.
Yeah, Godzilla is actually very articulate on some of this stuff because he's lived the life.
I don't know if you've read Tao and the Art of Destroying Tokyo, but it's very interesting. Anyway.
We're also going to talk with him, of course, about the scandal that's plagued him.
Right. The Godzuki papers.
Oh my god. I don't like this. But yes, Godzilla v. Texas is this week.
The big release.
And also the Robin thing.
Yep, Absolute Batman.
So we're going to get to that.
Yeah, but no big news. Just to mention, Free RPG Day is around the corner. It'll be in about a month.
Yep.
Our reading challenge is still going strong. We've had our first 10 or 15 kids have reported in already.
Yep.
But there's still plenty of reading to be done and prize pegs to be given out. I don't think there's any other store news that I can think of.
Yep. So we jump into the board game?
Talk about games
and stuff?
Yeah. We got a bunch of games right before we went to podcast, so we'll talk about those next week because I don't have them in front of me. But the most recent release we got, we had a game called... This is from the Darrington Press guys, the ones who do Critical Role.
Yep.
It is called... I just had it. It's called A Familiar Find.
Okay.
And it is a card game where your animal companions race to gather magical ingredients for spells.
Okay. I like animal companions.
Yeah.
People like... we're living in a brave new world of woodland beasts with board games like Root, Magic expansions like Bloom Burrow.
Yep.
There's what's the RPG that had animals in it?
Root?
There is the Root one, but there was also one a few years before that.
Oh, Humblewood.
Humblewood, yeah. You can't fire a animal hunting rifle without hitting a delightful forest animal.
What a weird metaphor. Also, this seemed like a good time for me to officially petition for the pangolin to be included amongst other trash animals.
Oh yeah, you're standing up for pangolin rights.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Now, see, the thing is though, aren't they native to I don't know, either South America or Africa or something?
They have trash in those continents.
Okay, that's messed up, Randy. That's messed up. So you're saying they joined the legion of possums, raccoons, skunks,
and skunks.
Yes.
I believe the pangolin is the fourth power.
The D'Artagnan.
The D'Artagnan
of trash pandas.
Pangolins, the D'Artagnan of trash pandas. Yes. Yes, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes complete sense, and I support this very, very good point.
I have nothing to add.
We also got and sold out and got back in already a big giant heavy board game called Nanolith that is a cyberpunk dungeon crawler with RPG elements.
Okay.
It's got two books.
Yeah.
It's got an encounter book and map books and scenario books. So it's sort of a storytelling game.
There's a solo option in it too?
Yeah.
Yep.
4 main characters and their quest to retrieve their lost memories.
The person I sold it to the other day was very excited about it. He'd been doing his research on it.
Yep.
And he said he was pretty excited. It seems like one of those games, a sort of a Fantasy Flight type game with a lot of little sort of fiddliness. But if it's your kind of game, you're gonna have fun with it.
It looked pretty cool, and I love me a cyberpunk game, so I have my interest. We got a game called Ley Lines, which is that you're in the forest and your ancestors survive their generations following the ley lines, the wisps of magic, and the Fey markets roll into the forest with their caravans bursting with food and supplies. You gather what you can and move on. It's a reimagining update of a classic game, Auf Asch, by Wolfgang Kramer.
Okay, there's a lot of classic German board games.
It's supposed to be very pretty. It's like standees and a circular board and that kind of thing. So kind of a cool theme. I don't know this game, but it looks cool. Then we got a bunch of smaller sort of party-ish games. A game called Number Chain, where you're trying to rid yourself of cards by playing your chain numbers together. There's a game called On Stage, which is a trick-taking game in which you're a theater company competing for the best performers to join your troupe. And by winning tricks, you claim performers on stage. And the trump suit is determined by the most valuable performers on stage and will change throughout the game.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Fun theme.
Yeah. Trick-taking games have been taking off lately. Oh, boy.
Yep.
And by lately, I mean like in the last 5 years.
Whatever.
Like
that's recent.
It's recent.
If Then is a game of cooperative pattern solving.
Okay.
One player is the knower, who reads the custom rule for the round and tells the other players whether their guesses are right or wrong. Everyone else is a guesser. They take turns choosing a card from a display and placing it in the line as a guess. They're trying to get rid of all their cards before they run out of cards in the draw pile. So you're like, the only one person knows what you're trying to, what the pattern is you're trying to find, and you're trying to figure out from what they tell you if you're finding the pattern.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
We got the new D&D minis, the pre-painted ones. Monster Manual Collection 2.
Yep.
It says from air elementals to werebears. 47 new minis, and it's all...
These are the randomized ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
It says the Hezru, which is a demon.
Yep.
Goblin Hexers.
Yep.
But it seems like it's got sort of like the classic monsters in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then Star Wars Unlimited gave us the Twin Suns decks, which are 4 pre-built decks. Each one is 80 card, two-player decks. So Padme and Anakin, Count Dooku and Asajj Ventress, Ahsoka Tano and Rex, and Maul and Savage Opress.
Those are some pretty good characters.
Yep.
Except Savage Opress.
No, he's good.
I don't know anything about him.
I
forget what his deal was.
He's Maul's brother.
He's Maul's brother.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll allow it. I know they've been doing a lot of good work with Maul.
They have. The Maul series was a lot of fun. All right, let's talk comics.
Yep.
Let's start with what I think might be all of our pick this week, or at least amongst our picks this week.
Amongst our picks, yes.
And that is Barbara Gordon Breakout.
Yep.
This is another DC Next Level, which they have been killing it on DC Next. Like, all of these are really fun to read.
It's a standalone, but it is an immediate follow-up to events that we saw in last week's Batman, or a week or two ago, where Barbara Gordon got arrested.
Yep. It's a 12-issue miniseries.
And it's like she is sentenced to the Supermax prison that is run by, as the pet project of Vandal Savage.
Yep.
Who's, if people don't know, a piece of shit.
Yep.
But in particular, lately, he's become the commissioner of the police in Gotham, but he's got his hands in everything.
Yep.
And so this is a rough place to go. Now, she's real quick. She's not exposed as Batgirl, right?
Right. They don't know she's Batgirl or Oracle.
Right. They know she was.
They knew she was working with Batman.
Right. That she was basically branded like an enemy of the state, kind of thing, and on. Trumped up charges.
But being a Gordon in a maximum security prison is not a good thing.
Yeah,
no,
but also
there is some interesting reveals about that, which I don't want to.
There's a DA who was murdered, and her death was labeled suicide. There's a former police captain, also an apparent suicide.
Yeah,
so basically the Supermax. They've been arresting people who have committed no crimes but are Vandal Savage's personal enemies.
Yep.
And then once inside, bad things happen to them and no one's paying attention, including the media. This would never happen in the real world, of course.
Right. It's the crazy, dark world of Gotham.
Yeah, in the Gotham. It would never, ever happen in the real world.
Yeah, you gotta have Vandal Savage, like a truly evil son of a bitch, to do something like that.
And the guards are all like, they were former villains who were involved in like maybe... I don't know, if there was some kind of uprising in Gotham, like they would probably be on the side of that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and now they're the cops.
Now, all that said, Barbara Gordon never walks into something without a plan.
No, I love the reveal of this, and I'm not going to say what it is.
There's a cool reveal.
About how this ties into to Batman and why this is all happening. And
also, by the way, I don't think it was something any of us guessed.
No, really good. I really enjoyed this. The art is really nice.
It is like
it's a new artist.
It is a prison story.
Yeah.
It is one of those like an action adventure prison story.
Rika Tamaki, who did like She-Hulk or Savage She-Hulk.
Oh yeah.
But it felt to me like akin to like a Rucka story.
It does. It does feel a little bit like that.
It's got an element of like Gotham Central.
Rucka would have been a little more gritty and real and dry about it. This is much more action.
There is like action to this, and
she's beating
kind
up
of more immediate agency.
She's beating up some people in the yards.
She's beating up some people in the yards.
I like the pages where you get like mugshots of everyone.
Yeah, they use these kind of cool interstitials to kind of fill you in on details of what's going on. I enjoyed it quite a bit as well.
Really good. The big book of the week is Godzilla vs. Texas.
Yep.
This is it's a bunch of Texas creators, including Austin local Matt Frank wrote and drew the main story. He also came by and signed about half of ours, so if you want a signed copy, you can have one.
We got him. This is the latest in the series of Godzilla versus America, because they did like Portland and LA and stuff like that.
Kansas City.
What's kind of fun is that basically they decided Texas is big enough that they weren't going to zero in on one specific city. But plus, there are a pretty wide variety of identities.
Yep.
Everybody knows Houston is very different from Austin. Is very
we get San Antonio, Houston,
Austin,
Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi.
Yeah. You're going to see landmarks galore in this. You're going to see taco trucks. You're going to see destroyed taco trucks.
You're going to see a cowboy mech that Dallas has.
That's true.
And this is a trio of stories.
Quad.
Is there a quad?
Yeah.
Is there 4? Okay.
Including some other Godzilla baddies in there.
Yep.
I think the smog monster. I think that's one of the ones,
which is pretty good. It's used in a story about oil and pollution. Pretty good.
Yep.
That one's written and drawn by Devin Graft, friend of the store, who's been here for some of our all ages awesomeness. Joe Eisma does the story and art of the Godzilla vs. Tex Mech.
What do they? Is this what do they call it? The Loop 360 bridge, or
yes,
is that what the bridge is?
That's on artist Sam Lotfie's cover.
Yes.
Cover B. Anyway, a lot of fun.
And I feel like it's a keepsake that a lot of people might want to get, whether you've got like Godzilla fans or just kind of like Texan fans in there. This is a pretty cool meeting of the two.
Yep. Absolute Batman number 20 introduces the Robins. They are like a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers style. They all have their different color bikes. And they all have mechs.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers by way of Scott Snyder.
Yeah.
That is to say, they're working for the bad guys.
They don't show up till the very end, though.
That is true, but there is a fight sequence with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are I think they're like a heavily PR'd team.
Yeah.
That is announced formally in the city.
Yep.
Run by.
What's that?
They're run by a pretty.
I forget who. Oh, right. Well, I think it's known, right?
Yeah, it's Deathstroke.
It's because it's kind of been in the promotions and stuff.
And it was shown last issue.
Right. And I actually don't know a lot about the Deathstroke of the Absolute setting, but I assume there's some differences. He's apparently still not a nice guy, though.
No.
He's a weapon for the Joker.
What a jerk! Oh yeah, there was a terrifying image of the Joker in this.
Yeah, there is. Yep.
It is one of the creepiest images I've ever seen.
Yep.
I don't even know how to describe it. You're just gonna have to read that one.
But yeah, Absolute Batman continues to Absolute Batman and continues to be the best-selling comic in our shop and all shops, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's kind of this has the big unpredictability.
Yeah.
We're talking about it's kind of cool when I don't know where a Daredevil story is going.
Yep.
But you can definitely not tell where these are going. These are wild swings and stuff like that. So yeah.
We get a coda to the Death Spiral Spider-Man Venom Carnage story that we all enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the body count one shot.
Yeah, oddly enough, the coda issue is the origin story of the character.
Yep.
Yeah, he was mysterious through most of it. You kind of came to understand his motives about halfway through, but you kind of didn't know who he was. And here we find out the backstory on it, and
see how he may continue.
Despite
his seeming death.
Yep. For all you serial killer fans out there,
it's Charles Soule writing it, and is it Kev Walker on art?
I believe that's
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't look at the artist, but that does fit what I remember.
It's a good read. If you like Death Spiral, you'll want to read
dark
this.
in the Amazing Spider-Man universe, it's Charles Soule writing it.
Pretty much. We also have Spectacular Spider-Man Brand New Day by Dan Slott and Marcus Toe.
Yep.
Nick, I know you're a Marcus Toe art fan.
I am. I like his art quite a bit.
This is obviously it's going to be a tie-in to the movie,
right.
But it is also
got elements of it.
It's its own story. It's not
but it's its own story.
It's not an adaptation. It's not set in the MCU. It is set in the Marvel continuity where Spidey had just lost his marriage and was basically on his own, and so it's kind of the same status quo that he had.
He'd hidden his name and everything.
He just hid his identity that was outed by Civil War.
Yep.
So using a spell by Doctor Strange. So it's similar to what happened in the movie.
Yep.
At the end of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, I enjoyed this.
I did too.
There's a whole lot percolating. It kind of
because of classic bad guys.
Yep. You see the thing where Aunt May was just setting up her homeless food.
Feast is the thing that they
it made its way to the video game.
I don't know if Dan Slott originated that in in the original Brand New Day
It was
stuff.
him or one of the other
I think it was
people
Tim.
working on it.
I think it was Slot.
But it's a really good idea to have basically Aunt May has like a
drive.
Yeah,
She's not just at home dying all the time.
Yes. But that's really cool.
And maybe like, get busy living or get busy dying.
But I see he uses
She said it like that.
Sure.
He uses a big Spidey villain and then a smaller obscure Spidey villain and then a character I'm pretty sure he created. He's on the cover, Mr. Negative.
Yep.
A new Spidey villain I kind of have a fondness for. I don't know how old he is. He's probably like 10 years old now, but
I think it's like 15, or sorry, like even like 20 years old because I think he goes back to the earliest original Brand New Day thing.
yeah, you're right. That's been that long.
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't want to.
But yes, you're right, Nick.
Yeah.
He was used really well in the video game.
Yeah, that's where he was prominent.
And then Punisher's in here too because Punisher's going to be in the movie. And it's got a good cliffhanger. It's got good art. It's a good classic Spidey story.
Yeah, I feel like you're getting a lot of meat in this one. Like, there's a lot of cool story. There's action, and adventure, and plot
Just as an
twists. And all that.
offshoot, talking about Punisher, isn't his one-shot hit tonight? Or
Is
today?
it today, really?
Pretty sure
Oh,
it
the
is.
show?
Oh, wow.
The special.
Oh, I
they
didn't know
did.
that.
Because I know it was hitting the week after the finale of Daredevil.
And Daredevil's last week. Okay, yeah. Cool. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I'll check that out as well.
We've got a couple books from Ignition Press. One written by Rob Guillory with art by Sam Lotfi, another Austin local guy.
Yep.
This is called Innards.
Dark, but kind of wild.
It's wild
dystopian
sort of
sci-fi.
horror sci-fi. Yeah. It starts with this idea of like oil and gas. Something happened.
Well, it's been like 100 years or more since like some sort of nuclear devastation.
Yeah, nukes destroyed the oil reserves, and then they found this sort of magical power supply under the earth.
It has a weird name like Luciferium or something like that.
And do you think it's Lucifium?
Lucifium,
It's kind of like Decepticons. You know something is bad.
Yeah, it's called Lucifium. And it follows a new kid who is doing the mining operation.
Yeah.
And going into the mining of this energy source.
There's a little bit of that Armageddon energy, kind of like the Roughnecks going in. But like, what if they had been, instead of going into an asteroid, had been going into the haunted Earth's core?
Yes.
And a little Lovecraft.
A little Lovecraft in there,
too.
yeah. Rob Guillory, of course, was artist on Chew.
Yeah.
Also,
wrote and drew Farmhand.
Wrote and drew Farmhand. He's a guy who likes to embrace these kind of wilder ideas.
Yeah.
So if you're kind of coming from his school,
I
you should
thought
check this
Lotfi
out.
did a good job with the art.
He did. It's very atmospheric, and the colors and stuff look great on his art.
Then we've got Showdown by creators I don't know, Dave Wielgoss and Tad Galusha.
Okay.
I don't know, and this is sort of a like crime revengey thing.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting story of two people at odds over the death of I guess one of the main character's brothers.
Okay.
And it's just them going to kill each other.
I haven't read this, but I did hear that there was like kind of a little bit of a Brubaker energy to it.
Yeah, there's
So
definitely
that's
an
probably
edge
an
to that.
influence, maybe.
Yeah.
If you like the Netflix show Beef,
Yeah.
but
I
wanted
could see
it to
that.
be more violent. Vault has a new book called Excommunicated. Dave, you know the pitch on this one.
Yes, right. So there's a botched exorcism, and in its wake, I guess it ruffles feathers both in the real world and in like the demon world. And what I think ultimately ends up happening is that a nun who was involved in the exorcism and a demon end up sort of working together to try and resolve things. Now, I don't know exactly what the tone is. It looks fairly serious. It doesn't look like darkly comedic or anything like that. But basically, yes, post-botched exorcism, a nun and a demon team up.
You know, it's interesting. You don't see a lot of hot nuns, but she's very hot.
I did notice there's a scene where she showers.
Yes.
Just as now I was flipping through it.
So the guy who did this,
Secretly, they're probably all pretty hot, though.
Jeremy Robinson. Didn't he do the other Vault book that was recently Nectar? Did he write that?
I don't know. Yes, you're right. And I believe he's a New York Times best-selling author.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is his second thing. Let's see. I was trying to see what he had done. Yeah, it just says he's a New York Times best-selling author. Anyway, yeah. Dark Horse has a book called Hidden Springs by Rob Williams. That is, I didn't actually get a chance to read this.
I don't know. I don't know on this one
I
either.
missed that one.
It looks like there's a kaiju.
Okay.
Kaijus are fun.
Yep. I don't know exactly what's happening, but there's a kaiju.
It's coming to Texas. Here they're all coming.
We got Oni's Destination Kill from, I guess, writer-artist Joe Palmer. This is sort of post-apocalyptic robot stuff, right? Dave, you
I
made the
didn't get
sign
a
for
chance
this,
to
right?
read this one.
Man, I don't know if I did. I can't remember.
I thought you did.
It doesn't immediately ring a bell, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to say Google it.
So we don't know.
The stylized art is interesting.
Yeah,
It's fun.
yeah. I didn't get just. It's a big week. I didn't get just to read
Remind me of that dude, like, just at a quick glance, like that Scud the Disposable Assassin.
Yeah.
It's got
From
that
back in
vibe.
the kind of cult book from the, 90s?
Yep.
Yeah.
Megalith, the Olympus Saga #1. This is from Bad Idea. Matt Kint, Louis LaRosa on art.
It's
Really
the
nice
premise
art.
that I got confused about a few months ago when they put out that preview book.
So what is it?
So here's what it is. It's basically, it sounds like it also is a little bit of an Armageddon type end of the world scenario.
Okay.
Where this megalith, a giant sort of monolith of sorts, impacts Earth, and I think it like decimates a city, and I don't know quite how, but it takes the raw material of the city and sculpts like a giant kaiju-like sized mech out of it, which I believe is meant to then going to go and destroy more cities. It's like probably how the alien operation runs.
Thing. Okay, yeah.
But I think it's mainly about this team that is meant to go and like literally like break through the part of the armor of the exoskeleton, like through the leg, go inside it, and have like a mission to like blow it up from inside.
Okay.
So
right.
I assume there's a miniseries and not an ongoing series about the ongoing adventures inside the giant mech of Doom. But it sounded cool. The art looked cool. I haven't read it yet.
We got Conan and Dragonero #1. Dragonero is the Italian Conan.
Yep, we looked this up. It's not literally the Italian Conan, but it's a big fantasy hero in Italy.
He's the Italian Conan.
He's the Italian Conan. But I just want to make people know that this is like a cool thing, because he looks kind of like The Witcher.
When you say Italian Conan, I'm imagining Conan just speaking Italian.
Right,
With
what
a
you
mustache?
picture is an SNL
With the mustache,
bit.
yes.
It's an SNL
Yes, that's
sketch.
right, you're right.
Whereas this actually looks like it could be cool.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Not. I'm sure. It'd be like if The Witcher, because what is that, Polish? I think that's a Polish thing.
Yes, that is a Polish thing.
It'd be like if he teamed up with The Witcher. This guy is, I think, Dragonero does indicate he is like some sort of dragon slaying fantasy hero of theirs. What was it, Nick? Do you remember that Dylan Dog Batman team up with? It was surprisingly good. No idea if this will be like that, but I imagine it's something along those lines. Their icon meets our icon, and Sorcerers Beware. I guess
By Crom.
By Crom.
I'm sure he's got a catchphrase too.
Yeah.
Yep. By Crom.
By Crom.
That's terrible. Y'all are terrible.
What?
Actually, my biggest problem was that when I heard Dragonero, I kept on thinking of the Simpsons Canyonero.
Yeah.
Their giant, oversized like SUV car commercial.
Sure.
Anyway.
We got some notable second printings and new printings. Daredevil #1.
Yep.
If you missed that, which some people did, because, man, that thing flew out of here.
And issue 2 flew off the shelf.
And there's second printing coming in number 2 as well.
Yep. It's a good time for Daredevil stuff.
But we have the first issue of Stephanie Phillips and Lee Garbutt's Daredevil.
And if you didn't check this out, you should. It's a good Daredevil run.
Yeah. They aside from there's like a crimey mystery brewing and stuff like that. This is Daredevil as not as lawyer, but as what do you call
Teacher.
it? As a law professor. Yeah,
Yep.
Law professor, which
Teaching-
presents new challenges to him.
Running a class about contracts.
Yep. Well, he was doing a thing. That's not the whole class,
It
right?
is. This is his course.
But what they've done in each issue is had like a scene of him doing the class that is, I guess, somewhat reflective of maybe other things going on in the issue, and it's been pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Like that sounds awful. If somebody just said if it's a book he's teaching class about contracts, I would have been like, well, I'm not even going to read this issue. But it's actually good. Now, what I'm just worried about is I'm like, Daredevil, do not sleep with your students. I know you have a pattern.
If he does, they are immediately marked for death.
They're marked for death, and that's awkward. You're going to get in some sort of legal trouble over
He will not
that.
be hired back.
He's going to get canceled, and rightly so.
We got Fireborn #1 second printing, which is the spin-off from Lost Fantasy.
Yep.
And we got Nectar #1 and 2 new printing. So if you want to catch up with that horror book.
It was like, kind of a little like folk horror sort of, I think, is sort of its energy.
Some notable facsimiles this week. Action Comics 583, which is the second part of Alan Moore's finale, Superman pre-crisis finale.
Yeah, back in the 80s, they essentially ended the Superman story that had been going since 1938, and Alan Moore got to be the one to tell it, and it's got some great stuff in it, and there's some stuff in it where I'm like, that's kind of effed up, Al. You weirdo, you big weirdo.
Yep.
But there's a reason why it's this pretty memorable, legendary story. Not everybody makes it out of this one, but it actually has a kind of a happy ending of sorts.
Yeah.
And I do recommend it if people haven't read it.
Also, if you go to Does the Dog Die, You're going to know whether or not you want to read this book.
Yep.
It's a hard read.
It's a hard read.
Don't like that.
Justice League of America number 75 Facsimile. This is the first issue where Black Canary joins. She's the first non-Wonder Woman female character to join.
Oh, right. Yeah, I have never seen this issue. I don't know if it's one of those where Hawkman is like griping about women's lib and stuff in it, but I feel like I need to read it for sure.
Yeah.
I gotta know.
And I don't think this wouldn't have been her first appearance because she showed up in 1947 in Flash Comics. But this may have been the first.
I forgot she went back that far.
This might be the first appearance of the. Oh no, Justice League 21 was her first appearance in the modern era. So this is something else.
Is it possible that she appeared but didn't join them in that one?
I think maybe so. Yeah.
Okay.
It says her first full Silver Age appearance.
Okay,
was in 1963's Just Leaving. So this is her joining the team to replace Wonder Woman, who is leaving.
Okay.
And then we've got...
just real quick aside, she's been having a little bit of a moment lately.
Yes.
So she's notably featured in, was it the Sirens book from Black Label, where she can swear and be kind of raunchy.
Yep.
And then she's been in the latest, is it Detective from Tom Taylor?
With Green Arrow.
She's had some very cool scenes in that.
Yep.
So,
maybe still in Birds of Prey, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway.
Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 1. This was the first time they had 2 Spider-Man books.
Yeah, okay. Will the market support it?
Can you imagine?
I don't know.
And it also is the first appearance of Tarantula, who is going to be one of the characters in the new movie.
Yep. For people don't know, Tarantula is a South American assassin who has spikes on his fingers.
Poison-tip
spikes on his fingers and a big old spike on his feet. And he's kind of like a martial artsy, leapy, acrobatic-y guy. But if he gets you, you're going to die.
As a kid, I always wondered how he walked around with those things.
I think they retract.
Oh, okay.
I hope.
That makes more sense. But what if he accidentally retracts and the poison gets on his feet and he dies?
I think he wears socks.
Oh, anti-poison socks.
Yeah. So we can keep this going.
Or he's just built up
Yeah.
Yeah, he slowly built an immunity to poison.
As everybody knows, all South Americans have an immunity to poison.
Oh, no!
I saw it in the D&D Player's Handbook. I decided I would play a South American.
Dave, those are elves. You're thinking of elves.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Then
we
South
have
American drow.
We have it's a good week for some of the Marvel's icons. Captain America finishes its second story arc with kind of some wild twists and turns.
I was going to say, it's got a big ending.
Yeah. It does have a big ending.
Yep.
This is the complex showdown in Latveria for kind of will Latveria, after with Doom gone, what faction will it fall to? Who will get his Doom's weapons?
This is also like a big start to Red Hulk, Thunderbolt Ross, Chaos.
This is where we are.
Thunderbolt
1 month
Ross
away.
is going in with the kind of level of planning you very much associate with America these days.
We're 1 month away from Armageddon Assembles, which is the big Avengers event that's going to be going on this summer.
We say Thunderbolt Ross, but of course we mean Red Hulk in this one. He is Red Hulk up.
Zdarsky's doing a great job on this book. I really like it.
I think so. It's like the kind of a little bit more sophisticated, but still very actiony.
Yep.
Kind of espionage book.
Williamson's Iron Man gets a 5th issue. Enjoying this as well.
Oh, this was a good finale to it. This resolved. Yeah. They had that kind of an interesting opening story that basically was about Madame Mask taking an idea that Tony himself created inadvertently, and that when they had hooked up one time, and they're just talking in the afterglow, he accidentally mentioned something about this, and she filed it away for later, and then she put it into practice for what? AIM? Is it?
Yes. Yep.
Where the idea being to take people who were like naturally brilliant, high tech people, young people, put them in the kind of recreate the pressure and violence that created Iron Man. That is to say that when Tony Stark was caught and they were trying to they made him make that Iron Man suit, or he made it to escape. They're like, let's put other people under that same pressure, and we know it's not going to work on all of them, but eventually we hope to get another Tony Stark that we can control, which is a creepy plan. And there's kind of some interesting wheels within wheels in this one, and some good showdowns. Is it the Fixer? Or
yes.
No? Is well used in it. I thought she was well used in it. There's a sort of new villain in it that I thought was pretty well handled.
Yeah.
And I am trying to figure out, I forget, who is the, weapon... Who's the guy with the mask who's like that Thunderbolts dude or whatever who's been shown?
Citizen V.
Citizen
We
V.
don't know who that is. That's another mystery. That's
Yeah.
A new version of him.
He seemed cool though.
I like their Citizen
I
V.
want to know what they're doing with him.
Williamson is definitely calling back some Thunderbolt stuff with Fixer and Citizen V.
Oh, right.
So I'm digging this. Yeah. Mortal Thor, really enjoying this. Sigurd Jarlson, the seemingly unpowered guy with just a regular old hammer, throws down against another Thor villain in this one. A pretty notable one.
Still just beating people over the head with
Beating
hammers.
people over the head with a hammer on a little cord.
Its time has come.
Who knew that a hammer on a bungee cord could cause such chaos?
Well, if you're a god in human form, I guess it still works.
Yeah, I guess it still works.
Fury of Firestorm #2. I'm really digging this book. Dave, I know you like this book.
Yeah, this one does something interesting, which is that the premise of it, of course, is that the firestorm that we've been seeing that's terrorizing this sort of small town seems to be like just the fused entity, and not like there's no Ronnie Raymond, there's no Professor Stein.
Yep.
It's kind of otherworldly and acting kind of terrifyingly. And but along the way, we're kind of getting a little backstory, or retelling some of the backstory, sometimes through modern eyes, I'm sure. I'm sure there's changes into it here. I don't know how big they are and aren't, because I haven't read a ton of Firestorm. But this one focused on Ronnie Raymond's early life. He is like a struggling student, and how it was that he would end up becoming friends with a professor of physics or something like that.
Yeah,
I thought it was a good scene.
And
I did too.
There's a number of really good scenes between them. I really like this characterization of Stein. It kind of reminds me of like when they get Xavier right, like the way Patrick Stewart played him. I'm like, please don't take this person and later on reveal he's a villain or whatever. And I hope that doesn't happen. There's no particular indication it is, but I just hope that's not the case.
Yeah, I did not read the first issue of this, but I went back, and I've now read the first 2 issues. It's an interesting look at an idea of Firestorm without its entities.
Yeah, right now it's one of those things where it's like the military are trying to, isolate the town, where he like turned everybody into like crystalline things and stuff like that.
Originally they thought Ronnie was still in there, so they brought his ex-girlfriend to sort of try to
does not seem like he's in there right now.
No, but I thought that
or
was...
if he is, he's...
I didn't know that character, but I thought it was really cool. She has a cool look.
Yep.
I forget her name.
Firehawk?
Firehawk.
Yeah, I like Firehawk.
Her name is Lorraine Riley.
Yeah,
but I thought that was...
Obviously.
I have a huge fun of that character.
Okay. I thought it was interesting. I thought the second issue just... It continues what Lemire does best.
He's zeroing in on sort of... Well, he's kind of doing 2 things in this. There is sort of the overarching kind of suspense story, I'd say, is what it is right now. And then there is like some really good character writing. There's also a pretty good cliffhanger on the last page. So I feel like this is going to be like a 6-issue initial arc that will kind of get us to some new status quo or reveal exactly what's going on. But it is a pretty good journey. My trepidation is a little bit about where it's going to land. Yep. But it's still been kind of like a favorite book.
I feel like Lemire is trying to elevate Firestorm, who is kind of a lesser character that people kind of see as a joke in a lot of ways.
And I think it's one of those things where there's like kind of no particular reason for that. He is powerful.
He's very powerful.
But I actually like the power is never what interested me, or like him, the way he uses it almost more like a Green Lantern, because he can do all kinds of stuff with it. Mm-hmm. And he also just can fly and do blasts and turn intangible and stuff like that. So he's got a big power set. But it was always interesting to me to see basically like a dumbass college kid and smart professor working together is kind of where the magic happens.
They did a great version of him on Batman Brave and the Bold.
Oh, I need to.
It was a really fun version of the
But yeah, it's only 2 issues in, but it's another good next level book.
I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, Supergirl number 13 continues to have. She's in Kandor, and there's she's fighting a villain called Black Flame.
She herself, her like powers are fading, or
she's been all cyborged up.
They had to cyborg her because she actually got like super injured in like the previous issue.
Yep.
But there's a sort of big reveal about at the end of this that has to do with it's Bottled City of Kandor stuff, but there's kind of a big reveal of something that happens.
And Sophie Campbell returns to artwork. It looks like.
Yeah, she's still really good on that.
Last 2 issues.
This is very much a Supergirl kind of like. With her back up against the wall in a very rough spot, but also very much trying to her frenemy in it, who has basically done some bad things, she is trying to be there for, despite it all, and so that is kind of the emotional arc of it.
Yep. New issues of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Transformers.
And big thing happened in Ninja Turtles.
Did it? Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to
with
read
Splinter?
it. I didn't get a chance to read it.
And I will say...
It's sort of big reveals.
I know, Randy, you were not in love with this issue of Transformers. Yep. This one actually had a soft spot for me because this is Kirkman using all of Transformers.
That's why
animated.
There's a ton of characters I don't know.
I was like, oh, these are all from the 2000s animated series that I wrote off, but ended up loving.
Yeah.
So he gets to use all those characters, which I thought was a ton of fun.
But like at its heart, even if you don't know those characters, the big thing is back on Cybertron where what is it, Alita 1, who's now like Alita Prime because she got the Matrix of Leadership.
Yep.
She's trying to like basically lead a group of survivors to safety, and they get caught by Shockwave,
the return of Shockwave,
and a bunch of other bad guys, and she like primes up to face off with them, and it's like some very interesting things happen. After initially, by the way, it's like not working for her, and so like people are kind of looks like getting killed.
I love Jason Howard's version of Shockwave that has been so damaged that he actually has no head. He just has
I forgot that.
He just has an eye that you see. This is a cool visual.
Ultra Magnus gets some cool stuff in this too.
Ultra Magnus is awesome.
I will still lobby once again for please any issue that isn't a war story, but
we'll get there eventually.
I don't know. They seem to really like the war stories. It's been 2 years.
G.I. Joe Real American Hero is another sort of ninja story with some interesting flashbacks to a character we all really liked.
Yes,
who's been dead for 40 years in the comics.
Yes, the early days of it. There's some stuff. Randy and I had some speculations on how that might play out, which is the kind of wild thing that Hama could do.
He's doing crazy stuff with this book.
We also found out something about like one of the supporting character, Wade Collins, who was one of those dudes from their story in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is still the story, which would theoretically make all of those characters like in their like 70s
don't
or 80s
think about it
or
too
something.
much.
You don't want to think about it too much. Snake Eyes was still in Vietnam.
Yep.
Yeah, where they're using all modern weapons, but they still fought in Vietnam.
Yes.
Some of them did.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think you don't want to think about it too much. But yes, another fun issue, Joe.
The long-delayed third issue of D&D, The Fallbacks.
Yep.
I don't know why this is taking so long. Did they change artists? No, it's the same artist.
It's still good art.
I don't know. I noticed that the final issue is on sale in July, so I guess they just planned for this to be like a quarterly book, essentially.
Yeah.
I just wish they'd told us that. Did y'all have any other single issues?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
Dork number 4.
Yeah.
This continues to be a ton of fun. Brett Bean. This one, Dork fights a giant 3-headed dog.
Okay. Yep.
Brett
Bean's cartooning is fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
Dave?
The only other one I want to mention was Action Comics by Mark Waid, a.k.a. Smallville comic. This is the one that's following on the events of KO where Superman disappeared. And I honestly, I'd forgotten a few things about where places were, but basically some in one of those like time spheres, I think, Booster Gold, Martian Manhunter, Mary Marvel, and did I say Martian Manhunter? They come back to talk to the Kents and Superboy and ask for his help in sort of finding Superman. And so there's actually a lot of interesting stuff with the Kents talking to everybody from Mary Marvel to Martian Manhunter and stuff like that. Mark Waid comes up with some interesting stuff. There's a retelling of how they found Clark, which I thought resonated pretty well, and a couple of really good scenes in there. There's a scene where with John Jones, in his Martian Manhunter and his John Jones form, talking to the Kents. That's actually a really sweet scene that stood out in the episode. And then there's some fun stuff as they sort of put a plan into action. They can't immediately put it in action, so like, what do you call it? Mary Marvel goes like undercover at the Smallville school as a student and stuff like that. Mark Waid's having some fun with this one, and I don't know, like jealousy issues between Mary Marvel and Lana Lang come up in a kind of a fun way. There's a little bit of sort of fun manipulation. I don't know how to describe it. A little Silver Age-ish, but anyway, I liked most every issue of this.
Yeah, I know you've been digging this.
I like it.
Run. All right, we got some not as many collections as last week.
Yep.
There was a lot. But G.I. Joe Real American Hero Volume 5 gets a trade, and this is the one that has a lot of those single issues that I really liked. The desert issue, the snow issue, the drone warfare issue, all those sort of standalones they did are in this trade.
Yeah, that was some of the best stuff the series has had in a while.
A hardcover of Immortal Legend Batman, which was their sort of Power Rangers, Super Sentai, sci-fi Batman. A reprint of JLA, A League of One Deluxe Edition hardcover. This is that painted by Christopher Moeller. Oh. It's a fantasy like Wonder Woman versus a dragon.
Yeah, kind of before they were doing what's the Knight thing?
Dark Knights of Steel.
Dark Knights of Steel.
This is very deliberately Tolkien-esque kind of fantasy.
Right. Dark Knights of Steel is going to be a somewhat more persistent world-building thing, but this was a standalone graphic novel.
I mean, Dark Knights of Steel is very influenced by Game of Thrones and that kind of thing.
For sure.
This is very influenced by Tolkien and that kind of thing.
Yep.
Lobster Johnson Omnibus, for those who like Hellboy's Pulp Adventurer.
Yep.
The Marvel MCU Life Size, which is a big hardcover book. They did the Star Wars and the Pokemon one, I think.
Yeah, they did.
Right. This is like a kid's book that shows things, items, and people from the Marvel Universe as they would appear life size on that page, so you can get a sense of scale.
So, like Hulk's fist is on a page, and it's almost the whole page.
Right.
Or part of Cap's shield, or Baby Groot takes up a full page.
Right. Yeah, the book is big enough, as kind of kids' picture book size to fit some of that stuff on there, and they're pretty clever about it. I don't know. I've got to flip through this later because they had a lot of fun with the Pokemon one.
You say it's for kids, but I think they're pretty awesome.
Yes, but less people think that this is like a grim and gritty regular Marvel comic. I mentioned that.
Fair. We got a deluxe edition of the Odyssey graphic novel. It's a very pretty book. It's got sort of sprayed edges and hardcover and all that stuff, and it's got sort of a European art vibe to it.
Yep.
It looks really good.
Yeah. Dungeon Crawler Carl Parade of Horribles, the novel, releases actually yesterday as you listen to this. We have it. It's the 8th book.
That's actually one of the bigger releases of the week, probably, as that Dungeon Crawler Carl has found strong foothold.
I'm very anxious to sit down and start reading it.
Nick, you already read some of it because you're a part of his Patreon.
That's true.
You're going to be like, this first half is boring. Why did I ever read these books?
I would imagine he took out some of the stuff.
Oh,
it's an unedited version.
Oh, interesting.
The Planet Hulk Premiere Collection. This is Marvel's their compact editions.
Yep.
They're doing Planet Hulk in that.
It's a good story.
$15 digest.
It's a 12-issue story.
Yeah, Greg Pak's basically taken with World War Hulk, which was its sort of follow-up. Kind of the stamp he left on the character.
Mm-hmm. This is Gladiator Hulk. This is
Gladiator Hulk.
A lot of what
Star will come from this.
A lot of what Ragnarok did in the movies. This came from this.
Cool world building.
Really nice art by Carlo Pagolian.
So what did he call his allies?
Warbound.
Warbound. Yeah. Which were considerably different from the movie.
But he does have the insect meek.
Yep.
And he does
it's
have...
just they're all a little bit more badass than you would see in the Marvel movies.
There's also the Savage Silver Surfer.
Oh, right, that's right, because he ends up somehow in the arena.
And then we got a slipcase set of Tank Girl. 3 Tank Girl trades or hardcovers, I think. That.
Do we know if it's earlier stuff?
I think it was early stuff,
Jimmy Hewlett and all that?
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's take a quick break, and we're going to talk about trailers and some news. All right, just real quick, we got a couple bits of news and a trailer to talk about. We just watched the trailer for Batman Legacy of something. Lego Batman Legacy.
It's a new Lego Batman game.
Yes.
Yeah. It seems like it is all of the Batman movies kind of put together.
Yes, like the Nolan stuff and the Schumacher and the Burton stuff.
Yep, the spine of the...
all referenced.
The spine of the sort of the trailer was Nolan's Batman, but they were playing Seal's Kiss from a Rose.
They show the Catwoman thing from Batman Returns.
Yep. His Batmobile was the Batman Forever Batmobile with the tall fin.
Yep. They also show Poison Ivy and it's definitely the Poison Ivy from the movie.
Yep. And Mr. Freeze, inspired by Batman and Robin.
Uh-huh.
And yet it also looks like in all of these there's a Robin that looks like kind of like the comic book Robin,
and also Nightwing.
Yep.
Also Nightwing.
And you see although you see Catwoman in the Michelle Pfeiffer look, you also see her in the 90s purple costume look.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, aside from the fact that there's probably just multiple different skins and stuff, you can get all these different costumes, but it does seem like it's doing a whole lot. But like the look of it is kind of the dark movie look through Legos.
Yeah, I was hoping it was a Lego Batman movie because I really enjoyed the Lego Batman movies.
Yeah.
So it's another video game, which I don't play a lot of video games these days. So
Your kid's not gonna.
no, my kiddo is playing like all stuff on Steam and VR.
Okay.
Like he doesn't play. The PS5 does not go used very often. So
Yeah, well, I know that. I feel like among our customers, like Cliff, I think was like that's going to be like a big thing for, I think, in his household, and it does look fun. Like it looks like always like kind of like a because I guess I haven't really played any of the DC games. Like a sort of lighter weight version of the Arkham games. You're probably going to learn some different moves.
I mean, I've played the Lego Batman series, and they are a ton of fun.
Yeah, they're great.
I think there was one where you see him like throw like multiple batarangs, and in like sort of bullet time slow mo, all the people he's hitting with it are exploding into bricks and stuff. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like fun.
Yeah, I don't know that Nick, you're not playing them, right?
No,
you don't do Lego ones. Yeah,
no.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be big. I think it's going to be potentially big, but I don't think any of us are going to end up getting it.
We got casting for the Sex Criminals Prime Video series.
Yep, which based on the Matt Fraction.
Kamal Nanjiani is one of the
He's like the male lead, I think.
No, he's not the male lead. He's one of the writers. He and his wife are the writers.
Okay.
The male lead is let's see, John Reynolds, who I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
But he does look like the character from the comic.
Okay.
Says he's known for the show Search Party, which I've only seen a handful of, and also a recurring role in Stranger Things as Officer Callahan.
I mean, you could have a recurring cop on that show, and I don't really remember.
16 episodes, and I do not remember at all.
Oh, is he one of the doofus cops under Hopper?
Yeah,
must have been. Man, that's early on. He's also been in random episodes of Yellow Jackets. He was in 5 episodes of Yellow Jackets. Was in 1 episode of Ghosts playing Nico, and I don't know who that is. And I've watched every episode of Ghosts.
It sort of makes sense because the character in, in Sex Criminals is kind of a doofus.
Yep. Anyway, the look is right.
Yep.
And the female lead is Imogen Poots.
I know
that's the best name in the world. Yep. I don't know what she's been in.
Yeah, she's been in stuff.
Yeah. What's her thing she's known for, Nick? What's like where would anyone know her from?
She was in the, if I'm thinking of correctly, she was in the remake of Fright Night.
Oh, okay.
She was in, like Charlie's Girlfriend or something?
Yep. She was in 28 Weeks Later, which maybe as a kid.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I feel like there was maybe like a daughter of what's his name, that Scottish actor.
Yeah, she's been in a ton of stuff. She was in I Kill Giants.
She was in that movie Green Room. She was
one of the band members or something.
Yeah. Well, no, she was one of the. Yeah, I guess she
Nazis?
was. No, she was not one of the Nazis. She was one of the band members.
Funny, I've seen her name everywhere. I don't know her. So, in both cases, these are accomplished actors who I don't know, but who look like they can pull off the roles.
Yeah, like they're probably. It sounds like some good casting is going on.
And at any rate, I'm kind of curious to see how they adapt this because it is such a weird comic.
Yep.
But I'm excited to see them do it. In other TV news, they did the upfronts for NBC Universal, and Jimmy Fallon hosted. Just in case anyone doesn't know, I hate Jimmy Fallon.
What are upfronts?
They're where they sell it to the advertisers. They talk about what the shows are going to be.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So Vin Diesel came on the stage.
Oh yeah, this is funny.
And basically he's like, yeah, we wanted they wanted us to expand these characters, and we want to do TV like Jimmy Fallon has mastered. And it was a weird like bit of, and then he's like.
But he came on representing the Fast and Furious franchise.
Yes, he's like, the news is that Peacock is launching 4 shows from the Fast and Furious universe, and then immediately afterward, one of the individual with knowledge of the situation said, actually, it's just 1 show.
Right. I bet that they told Vin, possibly, I don't know if he gets a guy who gets high. He seems like he could be.
Yep.
They said there's going to be like 4 major storylines or something like that.
He's like, 4 shows.
4 shows, got it.
Wow, okay.
I'm ready to go on stage.
Yep.
All ready to go.
Yep. Anyway, they're talking about doing a...
so there's a Fast and the Furious TV show.
Yep. By someone who worked on Sons of Anarchy and the new Rockford Files.
Okay, that's actually a better pedigree than I would have expected.
And someone else who worked with him on Shades of Blue, which I don't know what that is.
Okay.
They are co-showrunners and executive producers. They're writing the pilot. I don't know.
I sort of like the fact that if they produce some of those shows, they're coming from a place that's generally kind of smarter than these movies have been. But the movies have always had a kind of a bit of a knowing doofiness,
Yeah.
kind of a clever bro-ishness.
Yep.
And so they that could actually work out.
It could.
There's I don't know how TV budget will do with some of the kind of crazy stunts that they want to do, but there is CG and stuff now, so it is possible. This is going to be like none of the actors are going to be in it, right?
I don't know.
I mean, TV can get those people now, and there's a fair number of them who are not huge.
Right.
And these are going to be the lesser characters in the Fast and Furious movies, and not
and a
the
few
main
original
ones.
characters. There's no way it's going to be Vin Diesel.
What's Tyrese Gibson doing?
Yeah. What's the guy who played Han doing?
Yeah. They probably all...
How about those two brothers?
How about actually complete the movie series?
I think they've hit a few things several things that could be endings. If they want to do a TV series, I feel like there's no wrong time to do it.
The article does mention that this would not be the first Fast and Furious TV show, because there was an animated series, Fast and Furious Spy Racers,
I remember that.
which I watched an episode or two of. There were 6 seasons of that show. Aired between 2019 and 2021.
Is that a
2
Netflix
years,
thing?
6 seasons. Netflix, yes.
Are they considered in canon?
I don't think so. Because I think it's like Dom's nephew.
Yeah.
And he's working for Mr. Nobody's younger brother or something.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It sounds like the James Bond Jr. of
Yes.
the...
Yes.
I liked that cartoon.
It was terrible.
I wondered what James Bond Jr. was like. I remembered existing, but I don't remember
It was kind of fun.
I can't believe there were 6 seasons of that show.
That seems crazy. And that Rockford Files that you mentioned is the new one that David Boreanaz is starring in.
Oh, it's that one. Okay, so that hasn't come out yet.
It hasn't. It's been greenlit for a first season, though.
There are 52 episodes of Spy Racers.
Here's Randy just...
No, my mind is blown.
Yeah. Well, you said 5 seasons.
One
so
season
that's-
was Los Angeles, then Rio, then Sahara, then Mexico, then South Pacific, then a 12-episode 6th season called Homecoming.
Just look up how many episodes and seasons there were of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous.
I
think there were
It's
at least
4 or
5
5,
seasons.
yeah.
What is Netflix doing?
I mean...
Listen, until you've watched every episode, I don't think you can judge.
Okay. All right.
Actually, though, you know what I'm curious to do, though, is YouTube, look it up on YouTube and see if somebody's put together a few of some of the best scenes and see what was the best it got. I'm curious.
Probably not as good as Camp Cretaceous. Camp
That was
Cretaceous
good.
was fun.
That was actually a good show.
All right. That will do it for us this week. We'll be back next week with more. Until that time,
Yo, show.
Roguecast is a weekly podcast broadcast from Rogues Gallery Comics and Games in Round Rock, Texas. You can find us online on Facebook and at www.roguesgallerytx.com and email us comments or questions at roguesgallerytx@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.